Hi my little panda cubs, my baby girls and my baby boys. I don't know who needs to hear this, but trans rights aren't just for pretty, passable trans women. From TERFs to the Equalities Commission to even some other trans people. I've seen other trans people say some disgusting things on this. They all believe that trans people should be discriminated against based on their appearance. The Equalities Commission, for example, suggests that trans people should be excluded from public life based on how they look.
This is not a good idea!
And TERFs agree with this, but as you saw from one of my more recent videos, this is not a good idea, because most of the women that TERFs have beat up, assaulted, abused, shouted at and killed since April haven't even been trans. They've been cis women who simply don't fit a Eurocentric beauty standard. And this is why we say trans rights are not just for passable trans people. That suggests we should all conform to and obey a patriarchal view of what femininity is and conform to their beauty standards, which is a very Eurocentric beauty standard.
No, I don't think I will.
Human rights are based on dignity, safety and equality for all individuals, regardless of their appearance or their ability to conform to societal beauty standards, just to a TERF's Eurocentric beauty standard. Sadly, I've even seen trans people say things like, oh, if you look like a girl, use the girls' room, but if you don't look like a girl, don't use the girls' room. But the problem is, who's policing who looks like a girl or not?
Excuse me, ma'am. You're not pretty enough for human rights under the new white supremacist Societal Conformity Act of 2026. You are 3 inches too tall, and your hair is 2 inches too short for you to urinate with privacy and dignity here. You're under arrest.
Whose standards are we upholding women to? What about cis women who don't have the ability to conform to these standards? Do they not deserve human rights? Do they not deserve to be treated like women? Well, as you saw from my last video, again, TERFs obviously think not. I mean, they abused and attacked a 9-year-old girl just for having short hair. That's what you're supporting and condoning by saying trans people should be based on looks only. That's what happens. 9-year-old cis girls getting attacked for not conforming to beauty standards, to Western Eurocentric beauty standards. Let's think about black women, for example. A lot of murder victims are not just black trans women, but black cis women as well, who often get mistaken for being trans by racists and bigots. TERF violence has killed more cis black women than it has trans women.
It does.
Doesn't that tell you something? That should tell you how much lookism is wrong and discriminating based on a woman's appearance or perceived femininity is. Pass or don't pass, we're all in this together. We shouldn't throw each other under the bus to save ourselves. We should all unite and fight together for a better world, not just for us, but for all women, including cis women. A cis woman should be allowed to have short hair and be a butch dyke, and be allowed to use the toilet without having a TERF threatening and abusing her for not looking like a 1950s housewife. Because that's what you're condoning if you don't support the notion that trans rights are for all, not just the ones that you personally find attractive. Barring people from services and living as themselves based on how you personally find them attractive.
Are you a weirdo?
Can you not see the madness in that logic? I will always support trans rights for all trans women. I don't care what you look like. And for those trans women with passing privilege who spout TERF rhetoric like, yeah, we should discriminate based on how well you pass, then you do not believe that trans women are real women. Because a cis woman who's naturally tall or naturally muscular or has a square jaw, short hair, if you're saying not looking feminine enough means she's not a real woman, that's wrong. How's that any different to how TERFs treat you and treat us? If we believe that she is a real woman, just like any other cis woman, then we have to believe that any trans woman, despite what she looks like, is also a real woman. You can't have it both ways. Because by throwing unpassing trans women under the bus, you're also throwing gender non-conforming cis women under the bus. You're throwing butch lesbians under the bus. You're throwing women who are tall under the bus. You're throwing tomboys under the bus. You're throwing individuality and people's gender expression under the bus. All because you're too cowardly to stand up for what's right. All because you see society attacking trans women and you perceive it to be because of these unpassing trans women. So you're scared and you're insecure and you feel like your rights are being taken away. It's not being taken away by a trans person not passing. It's being taken away by misogynists, by white supremacists, soldiers of the patriarchy, as I said in my last video, TERFs and other Nazis who believe women should conform to a Eurocentric stereotype, which very few women actually meet in real life. And for those who are curious about what I look like in real life, there you go. I know I don't exactly pass myself, especially when I open my mouth. God, I need voice training. But I'm also aware that I look somewhat more presentable than maybe some of you watching. So I do experience a little bit of passing privilege, even though I personally don't feel like I pass. I do experience passing privilege. Not long ago, I really needed a PP in the bus station, but you have to put 20 pence in. Now, I don't carry change around, so I only had my card, and unfortunately it doesn't have a card reader. It only takes 20p coins. So I went to the security desk and told them I need a PP, but I don't have 20p. And the security guard said, "Oh, don't worry, darling," and walked me to the toilets and unlocked the girl toilet. Now, I never said I wanted to go to the girl toilet, and at that time I'd just come out of hospital. So I didn't have my usual clothes on, I didn't have my bag with me, and I didn't have any of my trans pins or anything on, or anything to show that I'm trans, to say that I'm trans actually. But the security guard just instinctively took me to the girl toilet and unlocked the girl toilet. And I know damn well if I was less passing, even less passing, that wouldn't have happened. I maybe have got sued or whatever and taken to the men's toilet, and that would have hurt me a lot. That would have psychologically damaged me. Now imagine if that happened to a cis woman because she's got a square jaw and 6'2". That's what the Equality Commission and TERFs want.
You will be assimilated
For all women, and I can't imagine myself ever supporting that. I'm in puppy girl mode, so I keep tilting my head. Sorry about that. Off. Even if I do ever pass fully 100%, I would never punch down like that. And I would never just say, you know, oh, screw it, I pass so it doesn't affect me. Unfeminine cis women and non-passing trans women can all go fuck themselves.
I'm alright, Jack, I'm okay. That is the message for today. So count up your lolly, feather your nest. Let someone else worry, boy, I couldn't care less.
I can't ever imagine thinking like that. No matter how you look, you are valid, you deserve to exist, and you deserve basic human fucking decency, and you deserve human rights. And that goes to all of you, whether you're a non-passing trans woman or a cis woman who doesn't fit a TERF's stereotype of what a woman should look like, of what femininity should look like. You should be allowed to look the way you do, or even you should be allowed to look the way you want to look, and still be treated as how you identify, as how you feel. Accepting trans women as women is no longer just about trans women. It's about all women. It's about gender non-conforming women. It's about women that the TERFs personally feel are ugly and don't fit their beauty standards. We're all in this. And I think that's pretty much all I have to say on the matter. If you haven't already, do all that jazz. Subscribe, like button, bell button. Please remember I've got a Discord server. It's a safe space for all LGBT people. You don't have to be trans. You could be a cis ally too. We have a few sissies in our server. Just be respectful. There is a safe space where all my babies can get together and make friends in peace, away from all the hate in the world. The link to that is in the description. And to all the puppy girls out there, who's a good girl? Zippity.